Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make my favorite dish, which is a vegan mince curry. This dish is so easy to make. It's a one-pot recipe, so all you need is one big pot, a small pot, however much you want to make. It's really easy to make. You just put all your ingredients in there and let it cook, let it simmer, and it's absolutely delicious. I'm eating this almost every day right now, every single day. I meal prep this meal, I cook it in a huge bulk quantity, and I have a serving every single day. It is also my meal with the highest protein amount. I use something called nut meat. Where I am in Australia, we have this thing called nut meat. It comes in a can, and all it is nuts and water blended together to make it more meaty. Now, I've made nut meat in the past. It's been weird. It has a weird texture. When you open the can, it's not the most appetizing thing to look at. It smells weird, it smells nutty. But trust me, follow this recipe. It is absolutely delicious and it is so meaty in the end. If you guys don't have nut meat where you are, I am in Australia and you can find nut meat in any big grocery store. If you don't have nut meat available to you guys, you can use any vegan mince or plant-based alternative. If you can find nut meat, use nut meat because it goes super well with this recipe. And also nut meat is super high in protein. It has 36.4 grams of protein per serve. It is so cheap. This is one of the cheapest protein sources that I can find in a grocery store, and that's why I eat this every single day, because not only is it amazing to taste, it is really cheap. $4 for 3 serves, and a can usually lasts me about 3 days, even 4 days, depending on how I want to split the serves. So you can use nut meat, you can use any kind of plant-based meat you have, but if you can find nut meat, I would recommend nut meat. To be honest, when I first discovered nut meat, the way I was making it was really weird. I mean, it still had the nutty flavor and I didn't really like that flavor, so I used to cover it up with hot sauce, tomato sauce, ketchup, all sorts of things. But now this recipe, it's so, I don't know what happens when you simmer, when you let the nut meat cook in the curry for a really long time, but it just brings out the flavor so much more, and it has such a meaty taste to it. I can't get enough of nut meat now. I went from nut meat being not my favorite meal to now it is my favorite meal out of everything that I eat every single day. I love nut meat. I make a minced curry pretty much every day, and this is the recipe. So I started off with 4 cups of water in a pot, and I added in this plant-based stock powder, which is beef flavored. You can add in vegetable stock or whatever you prefer, or you can just use water if you want. 1 teaspoon of that in 4 cups of water. Just going to bring it to boil. Add in 1 large chopped onion. Add in a tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, and then add in the nut meat. Separate it with your fingers so it has a better texture once you're cooking it. And then add in a can of diced tomatoes, about a tablespoon of curry powder, and then add in your salt as you prefer. And then you cover this up and let it simmer for about 25 minutes. I ended up measuring out my rice, 300 grams of cooked rice, ready to be served. Once the curry finished cooking, I split it into 2 for 2 different serves. As you can tell, it looks really meaty. It looks so tasty, and trust me, it tastes just as good as it looks. So of course, you can add in anything else you want. I would have added in some frozen spinach in there, maybe some potatoes. Add in anything you want. You can add in as much leafy vegetables as you want, broccoli, potatoes, cauliflower, anything you want. I just showed you guys a basic vegan mince curry, or you can add in anything you want. You can add in any kind of spices you want. This is really simple. Sticking the curry powder, some salt and pepper. And the key to this recipe that I found is letting it simmer for a really long time. Now, the whole recipe is easy. You don't have to do much. Just add in a bunch of ingredients and let it boil. And the key is just waiting and letting the nut mince just absorb the flavor, and trust me, the longer you can let it simmer for, I let it simmer for about 25 minutes, the better it's going to taste. It's going to just soak up all the flavor. It's going to cook really nice. If you guys haven't liked this video, please like it. It really means a lot. It'll help my channel out as well with the algorithm, and please subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll be posting a lot more videos in the future, so stay tuned. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next one.